I trust you are happy with yourself. I trust you are peaceful with where you are in life. I trust you're making the best of whatever situation you are in. Today, I will be doing the boss talk with Precious Malatji. The first email I received today, it was actually an advert. Yeah, it was an advert from one of my suppliers. The first email I sent today, it was a quotation, and yeah, it was a quotation about 6 signboards. Someone needs to print signboards, so I received an email yesterday, last night, and I had to send a quotation this morning. I get up at about 4:45, 5 o'clock, anytime between 4:45 and 5 o'clock. So basically by 4:45, I am already up. So it depends on how I'm feeling today, but 5 o'clock, I'm definitely out of bed. I get to work at 7 a.m. But it also depends on how my day looks, because sometimes you find that there are some things that I need to produce by myself, because sometimes some transactions I prefer to do them on my own. Today in particularly, I got to work at 7 a.m. I make sure that by 12 I'm already sleeping, so I sleep between 10 and 12. For breakfast today, I had banana and avocado. That's my favorite meal after iputu. I love iputu. I mean, it's one of those things that, yeah, you know, when you're growing up, you always have that favorite dish that your grandmother prepares. So iputu is my favorite meal. But today, this morning, I had banana and avocado. The drink that gets me through the day is, wait for it, H2O water. It used to be coffee, but I have been sober for 60 days now, and I plan to keep it that way forever. Because you know, coffee has an actually counterintuitive effect. You drink coffee now, you feel good, it's nice, you're productive, you know, but then tomorrow morning, you are a mess, and guess what you need? You need more coffee. So I realized that was taking me back a lot, because you end up, you know, it starts with 1 cup of coffee, and then tomorrow it's another cup of coffee, and then, you know, you end up needing another cup of coffee. You find that in one day you'll be drinking 3 cups of coffee. So I had to stop coffee. So for now it's water. I drink a lot of water. I am definitely a jeans type of girl. Blazer. What's currently on my desk is obviously my diary, my phone. They're always on my desk, and if I'm going anywhere, I always carry my diary with me. I keep my to-do list the old traditional way, pen and paper. So I always write things down. I've tried to keep a to-do list on my phone, but yeah, it doesn't work for me. What's currently on my wallpaper is actually my vision board. I have a vision board, so I just took a picture of it and made it my wallpaper. So throughout the day, I just keep on looking at it. The 3 apps that I use the most, number 1 is my calculator. Number 2 is my notes. I take a lot of notes on my notes app. Whenever I think of something profound or whatever, or a good idea, or you know, I just type it down on my notes app. I'm definitely a face-to-face type of person, and it actually depends on the type of clients I'm dealing with, you know, the type of transactions, because sometimes for some transactions, you actually prefer meeting with someone face to face so that you get an idea of the type of person they are. Resilience, persistence, patience, a hell lot of patience. Self-starter, I like people who are self-starters, because you know, when you are in business, you really don't have time to baby people around, you know. So I really like working with self-starters, someone who knows that this thing needs to get done whether you are here or not. My go-to office uniform is obviously my uniform, my work uniform. I realized that it has made my life easy like 100 folds. And I also read somewhere that Mark Zuckerberg only wears one t-shirt, like the same type of t-shirt every day, because it limits the number of decisions that he has to make in a day, and which is true, you know. I used to waste a lot of time thinking about what am I gonna wear tomorrow, how does this look on me, how does this look on me. So you find that you spend 30 minutes trying to figure out what you're gonna wear. I mean, what a waste of time. Where else when you know that you've got uniform, you're gonna wear jeans and a shirt, you are covered, you're sorted. The perfume that I'm currently using is a perfume that I don't know if it's a perfume or it's a spritz or whatever. I bought it at Clicks for about 140. I forgot the name. What's in my bag? Yo. That is a video on its own. It's a whole video on its own. But I used to have this feminine bag that I used to carry around. It was nice and sexy and pretty. But then I realized that, you know, you end up carrying a lot of things. So I moved on to a more masculine bag. I love that bag because I am able to fit in as much things as I can in it. So I don't have to end up having the bag, a plastic, and this and this and this and this. I just put everything in one bag. I'm ready to go. Minus one problem. And it's a, you know, it's a school bag, the old traditional school bag. So it makes my life easy. I'm able to move around easily. What I'm having for lunch today, yesterday I cooked pumpkin and spinach, so that's what I have for lunch today. Nice. And I'm also gonna add in avocado, obviously. And to the people who don't like avocado, shame on you. Casual Friday. Well, my casual days are Saturdays. Yes, I work from Monday to Saturday, so my casual days are Saturdays. So I would wear a dress, a simple dress, or jeans and a nice shirt, and obviously sneakers. What I'm looking forward to in 2020 is growth, multiplication, and I'm actually looking forward to buying a bike. The most difficult decision you have to make as an employer is firing. But unfortunately, sometimes some things need to get done because some people are just not bringing their A games, and because I look young, some people take me for granted, some people take themselves for granted, and obviously that affects their level of production. So sometimes you need to let other people go, not because you are a bad person, but because it's best for the business. You know, sometimes some people you just like genuinely, but they're not as productive as they should be. So those type of people do not fit in private companies. They can go look for jobs maybe at the government institutions or things like that, but for private company, especially in the early years of business, you need focused people. You need people who are able to be productive and people who are able to move with the times, you know, because sometimes job descriptions are not just limited to office work, get orders, this, because sometimes, you know, like for now, I had to diversify my company. So it's important for you to have someone who's able to move with the times. Okay, no, now we are doing this, we do it. Now we are doing this, we do it. Because you cannot employ 90 people at the same time for 90 tasks. Somehow the tasks need to be done, you know. So it's important to employ open-minded people who are able to. Can you imagine employing someone? Okay, you employed them for taking orders, for instance, So now the lockdown happens, and then you have to diversify. So now you need to focus on another section of the business, or now you have to produce something else. And now they're like, but you hired me for taking orders. Hello. So it's important for you to hire open-minded people. Okay, at 11, I need to follow up on an application that I made somewhere. So 9 o'clock, I'm actually having a meeting at 9. So I have to prepare for that meeting. I have to go through the notes that I made on our previous meeting so that I see where are we. So that's another important part, guys. Whenever you have a meeting with someone, make sure you write down notes, or the things that you actually talk about, you discussed, write them down so that on your next meeting you know where you left off, and then you can continue from there. Even if you're not going to be discussing the previous things, but it's always nice to know where you are, Yes, of course, I do have a morning routine. It lasts for about an hour. I'll probably make a video on my morning routine. Thank you guys for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe and like my channel. Bye.